It's time now for the Athlete of the Week, and it's presented by Diamond Point and Sauk Center. And with us today is a Sauk Center volleyball player, a senior now. This is Breann Gritz as our Athlete of the Week. Well, let's start out, first of all, we'd like to learn about your family. Who's in your family?
I have a mom whose name is Carrie Perlinger, and a dad whose name is David Gritz, and a stepmom whose name is Carrie Gritz.
Mm-hmm. No brothers and sisters?
I have an older sister who is 20, and her name is Sierra. Then I have a younger brother who is 15, and his name is Riley. And then I have a stepsister whose name is Rachel Nelson.
Mm-hmm. Do they come out and see you play quite often?
Yeah, at every game.
All right. And how is that support, and what does that mean to you to have them come?
It means a lot. We're a very close family, so I love the support system of them all. And Rachel's in volleyball too, so we support each other.
Mm-hmm. How did you get going in volleyball? When did it all start for you?
I was a new kid in 3rd grade, and my dad wanted me to meet new people. So he made me join a camp, even though I didn't want to, and then I fell in love.
Okay. So as you say, a new kid, were you somewhere else?
I went to Long Prairie School for 3 years.
Is that right? And so now you're down here. Pretty happy with that, are you?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And as you've gone through the years, pretty much the same girls all the way through?
Yeah.
All right. Who are some of the people that you kind of hang out with?
Callie Campson, Michaela Olson, Jill, Taylor, mainly the volleyball girls a lot.
Mm-hmm. Now, outside of school, too, do you work?
Yeah, I work at Diamond Point.
Is that right?
Yes.
At Diamond Point. Excellent. All right. Let's talk about that for just a second. What makes it worth working out there? What are the advantages of working out there? What do you like about working out there?
I don't know. TJ's fun sometimes, and it's just, you don't work very long hours.
Mm-hmm. As you, and also I should touch on school too, or what are some of the subjects that you like in school, and why do you like those?
I love math, and I don't know. I've always loved it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And Miss Werman's my teacher, so that helps.
Yeah. Are you a student that then too takes some of the college courses?
Yes.
Okay. And how do you use that, or how is that? Is it just, I don't really understand a lot of that. Is it more difficult, or just what?
It's more like going in depth. It's more difficult, but it's tricky. It's like exercising your brain more, helping you.
Okay. And so you'll use that to go to college, right? Is that your plan?
Yes.
And what do you think about that?
I like to get ahead of the game, hopefully.
Yeah. And where do you think you might go? Have you visited anywhere?
No, I have not.
Okay. All right. Let's talk a little bit more about volleyball, okay? Morris has it. Back row hit for Gillespie. Block. Interception, scores! Gabby Olson to Klopp Hockey. Outside. No. Gritz will hit. And she'll score! Can you describe the position that you play and maybe the responsibilities that you have from what Coach Klopp Hockey tells you and what you kind of do out there? Can you explain all of that for us?
Okay, so I'm a middle hitter / blocker, and I am supposed to control the net. So blocking, hitting, playing defense, offense up close to the net.
I'd like to go a little bit more into blocking, and as a fan, we watch you, sometimes a single block, sometimes a double block. How do you girls set that up? Do you call things out, or what is the process that goes with that?
You have to work together. If like the left side or the right side is setting the block, you have to work with that girl, so you go up at the same time and make sure your hands are like positioned right.
Mm-hmm. As you talk about positioning your hands, could you kind of show us? Because to us, it's like you just go up there and you get your hands up. Is there more to it than that?
So if you're on like the left side, your outside hand has to be turned this way, otherwise the ball will go out of bounds. And if you're on the right side, it has to be turned the opposite way so it doesn't go out of bounds. And then if you're middle, you kind of just press over.
Mm-hmm. So as you read then what the other team is doing, take us through that. Who are you looking at and trying to read where that ball is going?
You kind of have to try and read the setter to see who she's going to go to, look at the court, how they passed the ball to see what person they're going to go to, who they can go to. And then I just go and
You just react to it then,
Yeah.
right? Okay. As you look at some of the other setters, and I'm sure it's there's a wide range of talent level out there too. Do some of the setters fool you in a way with the back sets, or how does
Yeah.
that affect you?
Some setters, like even if you just run a 5-1, you're with that girl, so you have to realize like when they're in the front row and when they're in the back row. So you have to realize and figure out who is where. And then some setters are better than others or more tricky than others, so you have to just kind of go with what you feel.
For example, Jill Klophocky was Sox center. How would you like to play against her?
Not so much.
And why is that? Because now you play with her. What does she do for you?
Well, her dumping the ball a lot and getting, like, she's really good at that, so that's tricky. And then when she, like, pushes back corners, it's hard to tell sometimes, or even just her sets are really good, so it's even scrimmaging her in practice, you can see.
Mm-hmm. It seems to me, too, as the year has gone on, that you're doing a lot more hitting. Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay. And how has that developed for you?
I'd say I was definitely a defensive player for most of my years, but then just recently feel like I have gotten better at offense.
Mm-hmm. Because I think Coach Klophocky talks a lot to you about that, right? Getting deeper on the ball. Do you tell us more about that?
So I'm very tall, so when the ball is coming to me, it's easier for me to just reach back instead of trying to go in front of it or position my body right. Instead, because I have really long arms, I can reach back. But now, like, I have to realize that I have to still get around the ball. Just because I'm tall doesn't mean that I have, like, I don't know, I can do things differently.
Mm-hmm. Are you feeling more confident each time out?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Feels better every time.
Can I give you a little hard time? Because as I see you play, sometimes after the play and it's done, you turn around and kind of go, ooh.
Yeah. Jim always tells us to take a deep breath, and I think that's just one thing I always do now.
Well, I like that, though, because usually it's after a very good play, so that's a good thing. You know, one thing, too, I see that maybe fans don't pick up on, sometimes when you're setting up and I see in the back you've got fingers, 2 fingers, 3 fingers, or what's going on there?
So whatever we have behind her back is what we want Jill to set us. So where we're going to be, how fast it is, and yeah.
Well, it has to go quickly then. Or how are you reading that then as to what you're playing?
Well, you kind of, I don't know. You kind of know like what I'm more strength in is. So you you still do like the same things more.
Klophocky to Gritz, takes a swing, slowed up by a block. And back set, McKee will hit. And a rough block down to the floor by Breann Gritz. She was one-on-one on McKee that time, who can hit it. But Gritz met that challenge right down to the floor. How about just playing with some of the teammates that you have out there? How do you get along as a team? And it seems like a very close-knit team.
Yeah, I think we're all very close. We all have a lot of fun together, and it's fun to see how close everyone is. And even in school, if you're not in the same grade, you have classes together, or you're just good, close friends with everyone.
As I see the Sox Center volleyball team and the basketball team, too, for the ladies that play, it's just the mindset. Is it something that you're aware of, that when you're going to go out there and play, I don't care who you're playing against, you just plan on winning, don't you? Is it something that you talk about?
Yeah, I guess we all expect to win. I think a lot of teams would, but it's just something that it always feels better to win than lose. So you might as well just do it.
Is that something that Coach Klophocky and also Coach Wehrman, do they bring that out in you and the team, and what are some of the things they say?
Yeah, Jim expects us to win a lot, and I think we all expect each other to win, and we all expect to play good no matter who we're playing. So it's just fun to push yourselves no matter who you're playing.
They go far side. They drive a block for Sox Center, kept alive by Morris. Their third shot, a free ball back to Sox Center. Spiesing went and got it. High outside. Corton goes up, hits it. It's blocked. Saved by Gabby Olson. A hit by Britz is down and out of bounds, I think, or tipped. Point for Sox Center. It went off a Morris player on the drive by Breann Gritz. It's been a lot of fun, though, up to this point, right?
Yes.
And you're not done by any means, but it's been fun watching you develop. How have you seen yourself develop through the years? As when you first started out, as you said, in 3rd grade, how have you become better?
I don't think I was very good when I was little. I just loved it, so then it made me push myself harder and harder. And even doing JO helps so much, and it, like, getting better at offense versus defense. because I've always been a stronger defensive player.
Well, I guess we all love to see the kills. That gets people cheering. But the block can make a big difference, though, too, can it?
Yes.
In
the
what
block
ways do you
is
see
fun.
that?
If you can control the net, I think a lot of that, I mean, controlling the net is more so like, I think defense wins games more. That's what Jim always kind of tells us. And even though the kills look pretty, the blocks are also very fun.
Here's what I always think, too, because when you look at the girl that you just blocked, they don't like getting blocked, do they?
No. I don't like getting blocked either, so.
But I guess that's what makes it all fun, right?
Yeah.
Well, thanks for being with us, and congratulations on all the success you've had up to this point, and keep on going, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
That's Breann Gritz. She is the Athlete of the Week, and it's presented by Diamond Point in Sauk Center. Go out and see her.